The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
C.D. Lamb, touchdown. End zone, Jake Ferguson.
Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, and Kyle Youmans.
It's a terrific Thursday edition of Talkin Cowboys presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas, in the SWBC Studios. Welcome in, everybody. We've got the whole cast and crew ready for you to rock today with Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back. I'm Kyle Youmans. Glad you're with us. It's been the last couple days. I've made a conservative effort since you got mad at me for not pointing at the correct person.
You always calls me Josh
Rodriguez. No, Josh Rodriguez.
What do you have there over your left shoulder, huh?
Over my left shoulder, we got Black Rifle Coffee. The America's Team Blend, fellas.
Yeah.
Get it at your local Black Rifle Coffee shop. And every game day, if you wear your Cowboys gear, you get 10% off of your purchase. 10.
Now,
baby.
I need you to clarify gear. Huh?
Anything.
Stickers count.
Yeah, they do.
Stickers count.
Yeah,
Star tassels count. Hats.
I don't think they sell that
Jerseys.
at Black Rifle.
You have Cowboys tidy whities.
Don't
Tidy
think so.
whities.
Yeah.
No, don't be sure.
When's the last time you wore a white pair of drawers?
White pair.
That's a question for you. Right? Put that in the chat. When's the last time you wore a white pair of drawers?
Oh, wow. Why is it
Definitely not when we face the Broncos. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, yo.
I'm glad he wore the brown pants.
Bro, seriously. Do you have a white pair of drawers?
No.
Does anybody?
No.
I'm a grown man. Why would I have a white pair?
Bro, I think it takes a grown man to wear a white pair of drawers.
You're very confident in yourself. I trust myself.
Isaiah's like, wait, you don't have it?
Wait.
That's all I have. Fruit of the Loops.
Oh, welcome in. Talking
And we're off.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Very much so. It's the defensive preview day going up against the Broncos offense today. Why?
There's some people that I'm walking down the street and I look at them, I'm like, they wear white drawers.
What?
Bro.
I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole, but
Yeah, you
have
gotta
to
ask. Yeah.
I've got to know what on God's green earth, what in the Sam Hill is indicates someone might be a white drawers wearer in the eyes of Isaiah Stanback.
I don't know. It's just a feeling.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's just a feeling. Black Eyed Peas, man.
I gotta.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
If they're wearing loafers with socks,
I don't know.
you just kind of know.
I feel like if they're saying how you doing, like I feel like anybody who would say like how you doing, I feel like that's probably one of the indications.
They hit a George Pickens. Nice try, buddy. They hit one
How
of
you
those.
doing?
That feels commando.
Yeah.
That feels commando.
How you doing?
He's thinking about it now. Look at him. Look at him.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But we also don't judge. If that's you,
I think we're on to
God
something.
bless.
Do what makes you feel good, as long as it doesn't intrude upon other people's enjoyment. And you're clearly not intruding upon Isaiah's enjoyment if you choose tidy whities. I mean,
Bro, Beamer got
Pete says no C wears underoos. Spider-Man.
Oh no.
if I were to wear underoos, I'm not going to tell you what drawers I wear.
Hey.
But if I were to wear underoos, it wouldn't be Spider-Man. It'd be Superman.
Oh.
Okay? Let's just be clear. Maybe some Goku.
Oh.
Just, you know.
Royal Blue?
Yeah.
Mine are Sailor Moon.
Hey, don't sleep on Sailor Moon.
Stop it.
We've already talked about mine when the pants ripped at the stadium last year. All green. They were like North Texas green, right?
Green draws?
Right down
Representing.
Yeah, green draws, bro.
Yeah, in a black suit, and it was.
The question is that they begin.
It looked like a stoplight down there. Like I'm telling you, it was a bad day.
That's why I have 3 kids.
I was like, go, go, go.
Welcome to Talking.
You don't have triplets for nothing, man.
Make it happen.
Green draws, bro. Was it? It wasn't their game day. You just
Just
were feeling froggy.
I hate this show. I hate this
Who just
show.
grabs the green draws, bro?
All all the
like
time.
eeny, meeny, miny.
It was after
Those.
It was after a North Texas win. That's why.
Okay.
Instead of call,
Bro,
it's
you are
draw.
dedicated.
Oh,
bro.
I am dedicated.
Kyle put those on, turned around in the mirror, was like, yeah.
I don't think I did that one.
Ooh.
All right, news and notes. Patrick DC Walker. We got to get back to football. Got to get back to football.
Oh man.
I guess.
Because there are multiple people that returned to practice
bro.
yesterday.
There
They
are
were back to
multiple
football.
I saw a cool picture of somebody. I don't know who it was, though.
Did you
Who was
try to
it?
figure out?
Couldn't really see who the number was.
Try to figure out what draws they had on?
I definitely did not. Definitely did not. This person's a little more swaggy. I don't think they're wearing green draws. But who was it?
DeMarvion Overshown, you mean?
I'm sorry, what was that?
DeMarvion Overshown.
Number 0?
No, he was like on the sideline doing stuff with like the bands?
No, not at all. He had his helmet on. He was running through individual drills. He was doing drills with the linebackers coach, Borganzi. So yeah, he was out there. He was doing things with the other linebackers. Looked good, moved well. Same can be said for Savon Revel. Revel was out there doing not linebacker drills. He was doing cornerback drills. He did some individual drills. Neither one of those guys, including Cooper Beebe, who was also back on the practice field yesterday.
Whoa!
Neither of those 3 guys did any team drills.
It's okay.
Completely fine. Although Demo did say yesterday that today they might kind of dip his toe in the pool as far as some team drills are concerned. So
As long as he does it carefully.
yeah,
I don't want him to get hurt
100%,
again.
absolutely. So
water.
Demo, Savon Revel, Cooper Beebe, all back at practice as their 21-day windows start, and Jonathan Mingo was back at practice as well, but in a different capacity because he's actually activated back to the 53-man roster.
4 additions, you're saying?
5, actually. Would you like the 5th?
Yeah, what's the
Oh,
fifth?
yeah. Would you like the 5th?
Why not?
Would you like the 5th?
Yeah, what?
Plead the 5th?
All right. There's a familiar young face back in the building.
Back.
Cowboys re-signed cornerback Zion Childress.
Oh, we're back.
Zion Childress is back. He is on the Cowboys practice squad. To make room for him on the practice squad, Jalen Brooks was moved to practice squad injured, the practice squad injured list. So I did see Jalen Brooks doing
does that mean?
some work. Basically, he's injured, but there's no injured reserve for
Practice squad.
guys.
So it's its own designation.
It's its own list. Just know
It's
that
all. It's a part of the new stuff when they expanded the 16.
just know that he's
practice
injured,
squad.
which frees up a practice squad spot, and Zion Childress is back to fill that practice.
So
squad.
can he ever get back on the practice squad?
Who, Brooks?
Brooks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all
As
right.
long as
I don't-
as long as it's not season ending, when I don't get any indication that it is season.
Someone else would have to move off of it, right?
I also don't think there's a 4-game designation on that.
No, there's not. It's a completely different.
Yeah, it's
So
just
whenever he's ready, he's ready. And if they want to, it's not. I hate to say the word reactivate. So when they want to move him back, to the practice squad, actual practice squad roster, Jalen Brooks, I'm referring to, all they need to do is figure out who they want to move off of it.
So is that a whole nother salary designation as well? Like, is it?
No, it's still. I mean, because practice squad, they have their own salary designation.
I know their salary.
So
nice now.
I bet it's.
It
I
used to
bet
be.
it's slightly different.
Okay, I would imagine so.
I don't know that for sure.
So many different changes.
Yeah.
Facts. So Zion Childress,
So he got released from H-Town. Okay, got you.
he's back. He's back. So
And he cleared waivers.
and with all of that being said, he now qualifies for a full 3 elevations. Cowboys need him. So there's
So they reset.
they reset.
If you leave and then come back,
Yep,
they reset.
he went signed with another team. Was claimed by another team.
But really, though, shouts to Zion because a guy that we talked about, how we have an affinity for, Isaiah's talked about him before. It's just great to have him back.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
I mean, you were.
He was on my
upset.
53.
I was mad. I was mad that he left. I'm glad that he's back in the building. Obviously, he was of no value to Houston, or Houston didn't see the value in him. So, I mean, another man's trash is another man's treasure.
Listen,
so I'm
and
glad he's here.
Definitely works out for you in the capacity of this next thing I'm saying. So Trayvon Diggs still in concussion protocol. He was in the building yesterday. I actually saw him in the locker room as well. And I get it. I see why they sent him home the day prior. Kind of glassy eyed a little bit. Like doesn't look like he feels well. Just doesn't look like he feels well
From the home incident.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I spoke with him yesterday. Like just a quick little back and forth. Like, hey, Trayvon, how you doing? And he was like, hey man, I'm doing good. But the eyes were kind of. I was like, oh, all right, yeah. I don't know the story behind it, but
Nobody does.
Yeah, but I will say that I could see why on Monday they send him home. He clearly has some more benchmarks. And I say that to say I don't know that he takes the field this week. As we sit here and have this conversation on Thursday, I do not believe Trayvon Diggs takes the field this week based on what I saw yesterday. If he does, I'll be pleasantly surprised, but I don't see it. We'll see, because obviously that's going to be up to the independent neurologist to clear him for that. So Donovan Wilson still dealing with that elbow and shoulder issue. He did not participate, but he missed a couple practices last week, and he still was able to take the field. So we'll see how that goes. Everything else is just the good news. Cooper Beebe back. Kenny Clark. He did return to the game. I know a lot of fans were wondering what was going on with the elbow. Shotty said yesterday it was just he's dealing with some slight soreness. But nonetheless, he did participate in practice, albeit in a limited capacity. So it doesn't seem like there's much concern there for Kenny Clark's elbow at all, which is good news. Marshawn Nealon, limited participant. We talked about Demo Revel there back at practice. Tyler Smith, limited. He's still working through some things. Wanye was back at practice, so that's good news. Yep. They're kind of working him back in, and I know there's this unknowing, I'll say it. I'm not going to say ignorance, but there's this unknowing. For anyone who's never suffered migraines or cluster migraines or things like that, they tend to think that, and this was based on a conversation I had on Twitter with some fans, and I say this with a lot of love. A migraine is not a headache. So for those that are asking, how can a headache keep you out of an NFL game?
A migraine is debilitating.
Migraine is not a headache. It is absolutely debilitating. But after the game, I did speak with Wanye, and I asked him how he was feeling, and he said he's feeling much better. Practice report bears that out. He did participate, albeit limited, so he's kind of easing his way back. So good shot for him to take the field this week.
Crazy thing is obviously nowhere near on the same playing field, but my daughter, who loves track, right? She's a top 15 in the country track athlete. Awesome, I love her, I'm proud of her. She does not want. I asked her yesterday. I said, "Do you want to run indoor this year?" Right, because her new club that she runs for does not run indoor. So I said, "Do you want to go? I'll take you as an independent." Yeah. She said, "No, I don't want to run because I get migraines at the indoor meets."
Interesting.
Like that's like somebody who Scott. She loves track, loves competition. She's like, I do not want to go through a migraine, and to ensure I don't go through a migraine, I don't want to run indoor track.
That's interesting.
Yeah. She gets a migraines at the indoor tracks for some reason.
Is it just the lights?
I guess the lights, but like it shuts her down.
She said, "I don't like those lights."
I don't like those lights, bro. So to that point, it is debilitating enough to take your
and there's severity
passion
levels
out of it
too.
Yeah,
sure. But then also keep this add to the fact of the occupation we're talking about. If it'll shut down a track runner, right? If you're a football player,
required to hit,
think, react.
Right. So maybe not. Maybe not so much the smart thing. So he's on the upswing. So hopefully Wanye can return after missing last week's game. But mostly, as far as the injury front is concerned, Cowboys are getting a ton of good news. And then you add Zion Childress back. So with Childress back on the practice squad, Revel starting his practice window, Carson being activated to the 53 last week. You got a lot of cornerback enforcement.
And this is the time of the season that you need your reinforcements.
Yep. You need your guys back, and you need to be at full strength. One, because of the talent level, period. But two, because of the depth that you're going to need in the next 4 to 5 weeks. I mean, you're going to need it pretty heavy. And really the entire rest of the next 10 games. Weeks. Yeah, next 10 games. By the way, I don't know if you mentioned this. Jonathan Mingo, who was activated, he was given the spot on the active roster because they designated Trevor Keegan. To the IR
so I did
list.
mention that Mingo was back, but Trevor Keegan was the IR, which is
corresponding move.
There was a show that told fans that that's what the move would be.
I'm trying to think what it was.
Was it Talking? It was Talkin Cowboys. Okay, best podcast going.
And you know what else Talking Cowboys is going to tell you about?
What's that?
It's going to tell you about how this Cowboys defense is going to continue their momentum against the Broncos offense. It is our official defense versus offense preview day here on Talking Cowboys, and we'll talk about it right after this.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you...
Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impact 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee.
That's right, America's Coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, this segment of the show is brought to you by Invisalign, the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys. Back with Patrick, Josh, Isaiah, Chris Beam in the back. I'm Kyle Youmans. Glad you're with us. It is the defensive preview day versus the Broncos offense. Not an easy matchup. As we outlined yesterday, the Cowboys offense, elite. Cowboys defense, Broncos defense, elite. So that's going to be an elite on elite, good on good matchup on that side of the ball. This one's a little bit different, but the Broncos are still very good on the offensive side of the ball, and Dallas played well last week, but that was the first time in quite some time that they've played exceptional football against a formidable opponent that's not the New York Jets. So, with that to be said, Isaiah, what did the New York Giants last week do well on the defensive side of the football through the first three quarters to hold the Broncos offense until they, of course, did what they did in the fourth quarter and put up 33?
Same thing that the Dallas defense did last week against the Commanders, which was what? Man-to-man. The Giants defense played man-to-man and was in the hip pocket of every receiver that was an option. These guys played very sticky defense. They were very aggressive defensively. The Giants did a good job of seeing the hole in the running game and just hitting it. These guys were playing aggressive. They were hitting like crazy. The screen game from Denver, which they run extensively, these guys were all over it. They were watching their keys. You could tell that they had watched the film. They were studied. They were prepared. All the guys at the second level and the corners, even the corners for the Giants, were seeing it, reacting to it, and going and hitting.
Okay.
It was like there was zero hesitation at all. Coverage-wise, they were in the hip pockets of Sutton and Mims and all these guys. There was no space. So everything had to be perfect, and Bo Nix was not perfect in that game. They also was able to elicit some pressure, obviously, with their front four. They did not make it easy, Bo Nix, to be able to get the ball out. So they did that all the way through three quarters of football. Fourth quarter, they had a lead. They backed off.
Mm-hmm.
They started playing zone. They literally started playing cover three.
What was that again? They started playing what?
Zone.
And that's a bad thing.
It was terrible. It was terrible. They were able to start then because your second-level defenders were backing off and sinking into their zones. Screen game started working. The run game started working. Your pass rush wasn't as effective. You weren't blitzing anymore. The guys, they run a lot of deep routes. They really want to have the big play element to their game. So guys were able to start working their way to those second levels because Bo Nix had more time, and because he had more time, guys could work their way into open zones because you were playing zone defense. Versus in the first three quarters, you can run down the field all you want to, but somebody was running with you. So that's what changed for the Giants. They really took their foot off the gas, and because of that, it bit them in the
rear,
in the hind parts.
There you go.
In the hind
Billy
parts. Yeah.
That is literally just that clear. Like it was. I don't understand it. I mean, good because they lost in our division,
if you give
but
up
like
2 scores, I could see you backing off and playing a certain way. But if you give up 2 scores that way
stay back there.
in succession, back to back, and then you continue to stay off the ball, and you continue to allow them to just march down the field, that was what stood out to me is the way they've just effectively just boom, bang, dink, dink, dunk, bam.
There was a 4th and 3 call. That was a holding.
Exactly.
There was a holding on a
Looney
4th and 3
Tunes.
that would have ended the game. There's about 6 minutes left in the game, 7 minutes left in the game. There's a holding call, 4th and 3 that extended.
And they were still
drive,
down by
killed
18
them.
at that point.
That gave Denver hope. Because they were playing zone, Bo Nix was able to convert on a couple first downs with his legs. He really doesn't want to run, but he will run. Because they were playing zone, they were able to get the ball out in some screen plays. That was able to get them 15, 20 yards a pop. So, like, there was things that the zone allowed for that man was not allowing for the 3/4 of this game, and they took advantage. I mean, it's still a Sean Payton offense, so you have to respect it from that regard. But these receivers, based on that game, were not getting open versus the defensive backs for the Giants.
And look at Brian Burns after that game, just absolutely frustrated. That might be the best word to use here on a podcast. But, you have to hate how the Giants handled that towards the end of the game if you are a Giants fan. But just seeing what Bo Nix was able to do, and just in terms of his escapability, because he's always looking downfield. He's not looking to run like you just said, but he'll take it.
Oh, he'll take it, yeah.
He'll take the easy yards when he can give them to him, which is something that concerns me greatly about what we've faced in terms of a dual threat quarterback. That's alarming. You look at number 27, J.K. Dobbins. If Rico gave you issues, this guy's going to give you issues as well.
He's had a good year too.
He's had a really good year, and he's formidable. He is he pounds the rock, and it is for me, frankly, a little intimidating going up against him, tackling the way this defense has been tackling. I think they're capable. It's just about being sound. And, of course, we're going to have the Courtland Sutton conversation in a little bit. But, my goodness, man.
Dobbins,
what a player.
Right now, 105 carries, 523 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground. All 3 of those numbers are top 10 in the NFL. And he is second in the NFL with runs of 15 yards, of 10 yards or more. Only Jonathan Taylor has more than J.K. Dobbins.
Pretty effective.
And that's explosive and effective.
Absolutely.
And
he's got that 1-2 punch.
As confident as you are in the Dallas Cowboys running game, in terms we're running for 122 yards per game. They're running for 132.
Yeah.
We're third, I think, on the list for scoring. They're in the middle of the pack, so they're not necessarily converting on a whole lot in terms of turning it into points because they will run. They'll do it. They'll go for it on 4th.
But hey, if they want to get right,
yeah.
This is the week to do it.
For me, it's and I spoke about this a couple weeks ago in Science Lab when we had the conversation of, is it required for an NFL team nowadays to have both an elite offense and an elite defense to win the Super Bowl? The answer is no, because only 3 teams in the past 25 years have actually needed an elite side on both sides. All you need is the Dallas Cowboys defense to be average-ish.
Yeah.
And that includes in this game as well. Bo Nix, he can make some plays. We know that. J.K. Dobbins, we know he can make some plays. Now, he's healthy again, okay? So much like Javonte Williams, proven to the league that he's healthy and he's back to prime form, J.K. Dobbins has the same chip on the shoulder, okay? We'll get to the Courtland Sutton conversation as well. He's making plays for those guys. But all of that being said, this is still a Broncos offense. Even though it's the maestro is the almighty Sean Payton, they're still, ranked 17th in the league in points scored per game.
Yeah.
They're only scoring just about a little under 24 points per game. So if this is a situation where, let's say the Cowboys' unstoppable force can get the edge on the Broncos' immovable object, Broncos defense. Okay. Yeah. If Cowboys can get out to a hot start and not make the just unbelievable brain fart of a mistake like Brian Daboll did, and in that case, I don't see how Shoddy would do what Daboll did. Like, Daboll, what do you?
I mean, at least the tape's out there for you
crazy.
Initially.
As long as you don't completely shut down mentally in the 4th quarter, technically and normally, this is not an offense in the Broncos that can light up the scoreboard or are good at coming from behind to win the game. Like, they were able to do it against the Giants, but we all talked about why that was. It was because the Giants basically laid down and said, you can have the 4th quarter, do what you will.
They kind of had the same problem that Dallas has, but flipped, except they're a little bit closer to where Dallas wants to be.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to their unit that is serviceable, while the other unit is elite. Their defense is elite. We talked about that yesterday.
Right.
If you missed yesterday's show, we went in detail.
And that wasn't being doom and gloom, by the way. There were a
No.
lot of comments that kind of leaned that way that were just, negative.
You can identify the problem without doing doom and gloom.
Yeah. I don't think
we're just being honest.
It was what we see on the film, and it is how it is going to be a challenge for the Cowboys offense.
Absolutely.
Which is also extremely good. So I think like
we
talked
want
about.
you to be informed when you're watching this show.
Yeah.
You don't want a bad performance there on offense on Sunday and be like, well, nobody told me that. It's like you kind of have to expect that.
We're telling you the truth, and we're telling you what we see day in and day out. And what I see is a Broncos offense that is serviceable.
Yeah.
They are middle of the pack,
They
serviceable.
need their defense to keep the game close.
Exactly.
They
And
need it.
The Broncos have a higher ceiling than I think the Cowboys defense does, because I think when you're looking at the Broncos offense, they're probably middle of the pack right now. You talked about 17th.
17th,
right?
yep.
Middle of the pack right now. Their ceiling as an offense is probably more like 11 or 12. Like they could get close to being a top 10 offense in the league.
Good.
Because they've got the weapons and they have pieces on that side of the ball.
But not elite.
The defense for the Cowboys is currently bad. Just statistically, ranking, I know they played well last week, but statistically they're bad. They can get to 17 or 18, and that would be ideal because you have the number one offense in the league right now. So that's where I think there's an edge right now for the Broncos coming up, and I'm not making my pick until tomorrow, but that's where I feel like there's an edge statistically and then on the film, and why one team is 5-2 so far and the other team is 3-1.
If you take out the Giants game, just for funsies, right? If you take out the last week versus the Giants, their defense allowed an average of 11 points in the games that they've won.
That's significant.
Now flip it. Look at their offense. So look at the wins for the for the team, for the Broncos. The win against the Titans, 20 points scored.
It's the Titans.
Not a ton, yeah.
Right. That means the defense did. If you win in the NFL, scoring 20 points, your defense had a day.
Again, 11 points was the average.
They won against the Bengals. 28 points is solid, but they held the Bengals to only 3. Right? Fair. Yeah. They won against the Eagles by scoring only 21 points because they held the Eagles to 17.
21.
They barely escaped the Jets. They won that game by scoring only 13 points, and they won.
Jets.
Hey, against
11 points. But point being, no matter who you're playing, even with the Giants, look at this, 33-32, which was the first time this season that the Broncos
the outlier,
the 30-point mark, right? But then look at how the defense woke up and shut down. So it doesn't matter if you score 33 points in the fourth quarter if you're still allowing the Giants to have their way. At a certain point, the Broncos defense said enough is enough. And when they said enough was enough come the fourth quarter, Giants couldn't get anything at that point. And there were self-inflicted wounds as well. Yeah. My main point being, for as much rightful praise that as we gave the Broncos defense because they earned it, and the Cowboys offense will have to go in and take it. And I'm so excited about that. This is a different conversation for me because, again, this Cowboys offense, I believe, if they can replicate what they did last week against the Commanders, they could be close to average this week.
The Cowboys defense.
The Cowboys defense.
Yeah.
And if you're close to average and you don't have self-inflicted wounds, and the Broncos offense doesn't reach that top 10-ish area that you're saying that
their ceiling,
then the Cowboys can take this game.
I would argue that the Broncos offense is not going to be dropping the passes that Washington was, and they're not going to be down their top 3 receivers.
No.
So you have to play sound defense. You have to be aware of those details going in.
Let's talk about Courtland Sutton a little bit. Kind of tease that at the moment. I mean, he's turning into a legitimate wide receiver. I don't know if I'd throw him in the elite category yet.
Legitimate is a good one.
But he is right outside of it. He's not far off.
Yeah.
He's a
top
problem.
He's making a name for himself
He's
now.
a problem.
He's a problem.
He's consistent.
6'4", 216.
Yeah. And he's always been a good receiver. Don't get me wrong. There's a reason why he's been Denver's number 1 for quite some time. But it feels like the end of last year going into this year, it's a completely different mindset with Courtland Sutton. How has he become the receiver that he is now, Isaiah, when you look at what he's doing better?
He is Sean Payton's new Marcus Colston.
That's nasty.
That is nasty.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
That's an excellent take.
I don't think he's an immaculate route runner underneath. I think he's a big-time, big play guy.
Yep.
They'll throw it up to him. Like I was mentioning about this offense, they want to push the ball down the field. And he is their main guy with that. And if you want to double up on him, there's a dude by the name of Mims who will hurt you as well.
Former Frisco Lone Star product right here.
He is quick. I like him. I like his game a lot.
Oh, he's awesome.
And he eats because of Sutton.
Absolutely. 1-2 punch. So no Sierra. I think yeah, I like Sutton. I like Sutton, but I don't fear Sutton. I think that if you get your hands on him at the line of scrimmage and you stick in his hip pocket, I think you make it difficult on him. And because of that, I can't put him in the elite conversation for that reason. I don't think he's dominant yet, but I do think he's a problem. And if you run zone, and he'll find his way in the zones. He understands coverage. If you don't get pressure on Nix, you allow for him to get down the field, and now Nix will throw it up, and it's probably not a 50-50 ball. It's probably a 70-30 ball to their advantage.
That's key.
What do you think, Pat?
I agree, and what Isaiah said on the back end of that is this is going to be key to shutting down Courtland Sutton is panicking Bo Nix, okay? And
yes.
As an SEC guy, I've seen plenty of Bo Nix before he got to the league, okay? And then I see a more refined Bo Nix, especially under Sean Payton, but I do still see that proclivity to panic when the pressure is in his face. Now, you have to keep in mind he can make some plays with his legs, and he's willing to make some plays with his legs as well. And he's tough. He's not a pushover at quarterback. He's a tough little son of a gun. But that being said, you can knock him off of his reads as long as you can get into the backfield. So this is definitely a game. Obviously, every game is a game you want to get home on guys. But I will say some guys you absolutely have to get home on, like a Patrick Mahomes, for example. Yeah. You have to get home on him. You have to get home on Lamar.
You can't let him escape the pocket.
Right. That's 100%. You can't contain him. As far as sacks go, I'm fine as long as you contain him in the pocket.
Bo Nix, though, if you get pressure on him and knock him off his first or second read, he's shaky. He will throw it up, and then you have opportunities for interceptions and takeaways. And he's so trustful of Courtland Sutton, which is justifiable given what Sutton can do. That he's going to throw that, like Kyle said, that 50-50 ball up because he's going to say, oh, Courtland's down there somewhere. I'm running for my life. Courtland's down there somewhere. And now comes your opportunity to come down with the ball.
That's when big plays are created.
You just have to make sure you come down with that ball.
And that's just what we're talking about. Even if you're a middle-of-the-road defense, if you're able to make those plays, my goodness.
Be average. I mean, you can be average, but give me the splash plays, but also consequently minimize the chunk plays.
2014 Cowboys defense.
There you go.
Come on.
There you go.
All right. When we come back, we've got some lab coat today. Starts with a K, not a C, by the way. There's no C's here.
Can't see me.
What are we talking about today, Pat?
You know what? Since we're talking about the Cowboys defense, and we're talking about how Matt Eberflus made some adjustments, Lab Coat will tell you exactly what kind of adjustments he made because, good grief, that looked like an entirely different scheme out there. So we'll talk about it.
There you go. On the other side of the break with more Talkin Cowboys.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. Hope you're having a great morning. Our Talking Cowboys family. We got Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, the voice and the face of Black Rifle Coffee Company. That's it right there. Just take that screenshot. It's on all your commercials. You're good to go. Isaiah Stanback.
So scary.
Chris Beam in the back.
Get one.
I'm Kyle Youmans.
We gotta get our one shot. Everybody hold up their Black Rifle Coffee Company. Let's get our one shots right here.
There it is. All right. Here's the well, before we get in the lab coat, I actually have a shout I want to give. Last night, I had an event with one of the sponsors in town. I don't know if they're technically a Cowboy sponsor, but it was here in the building. Okay. So I won't say the name of it.
New Era.
It was a great – no, it wasn't New Era.
Only.
It was one of the great events that they put on here, and they bring in a bunch of people from around the area that are like all-stars in their company. Yeah. And it was a Q&A with Tony Romo. So we did the Q&A last night. It was awesome. So much fun talking to Tony and kind of going into his background and CBS and stuff. After it was over, everybody went and took pictures with Tony, and I kind of walked off to the side of the stage. A gentleman came up to me, and he said, I'm a huge fan of Talking Cowboys. Ooh. Huge fan of Talking Cowboys. He's from Houston. Right. I can't remember his name. I wish I knew it. I looked at his name tag. And I said it in the moment, but I forgot. I don't want to say the wrong name. But he came up and he said, you know, it's funny. Everybody here is like, dude, Tony Romo's up there. He's like, do you realize that Kyle from Talking Cowboys? And I was like, that made my day, brother. Yeah. He was awesome. It was a great event. And I wanted to shout out all our Talking Cowboys family.
We're so happy to be here.
Yeah. Because if you see us around, I don't want to speak for everybody, but especially for me.
Don't talk to me.
No.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Josh, you got to be talked to.
All right, fine.
Yeah. If you see us in public, though, like say hi, because we love talking with you guys, and we'll talk ball with you, too. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I know you got lab coat, bro. Just want you to make sure you're hydrated.
Got to be hydrated. Okay. Let's get into some lab coat, shall we?
H2O.
Bring me in.
H2O!
Yes, science!
Yeah, science. Get you some. Okay. So, we're talking about the Cowboys' defense versus the Denver Broncos' offense.
Hell yes.
We would also be remiss if we didn't continue to praise what happened against the Commanders, not because we think.
Hold up the sign.
Not because we think the Cowboys suddenly won the Super Bowl last week, but when you talk about the level and the magnitude of adaptation that finally occurred. It took a while, but better late than never. Hopefully the Cowboys can replicate it, but let's go through some of these numbers. Now, this will be included in this week's Science Lab column, which will be up on DallasCowboys.com this morning. Thanks in large part to my friend, the webmaster, Josh Rodriguez. He'll make sure that it's up and looking pristine.
God, he's so good at his job.
He just is.
Darn it.
He wakes up in the morning. He pisses excellence. So when I went back and I broke down, I was curious. I said, this man coverage conversation is something that's been going on for weeks now, okay? But it's one thing to have the eye test and say, well, clearly they're running a massive amount of zone, and clearly it's not working for them. And even in real time, we saw
88% zone.
Even in real time, Carolina. We saw clearly they were running a lot of man. But I was curious, as far as like last week, I was curious. I said, let's see what the trends say. Okay, so week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles, which is a game they could have won. I'll give them that.
Sure.
They ran man coverage only 3% of the time.
97%
of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Week 2 against
and remember, that was a game where they did not play zone on any drop back from Jalen Hurts.
Correct.
Any single drop back, it was
That's
zone
crazy,
all the way through. It was no man whatsoever in that matchup. It was all zone.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Week 2, you go up against the Giants. They played zone coverage. Well, they played man coverage 4% of the time. 3% in week 1. 4.
Getting better.
4% of the time in week 2. Week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6. Make sure you check out Science Lab to get those numbers. Now let's go to week 7. 48%.
What was that?
48%. compare that up against week 1, 3%, week 2, 4%, 48% of the time, Matt Eberflus deployed man coverage against the Commanders, and to great success. With that man coverage being deployed, Jayden Daniels, in conjunction with Marcus Mariota on the back end of that, 5 for 15, 57 passing yards allowed, 45.7 passer rating, forced fumble, a recovered fumble. And I will say, well, he had the interception, the pick 6. That was actually in zone, so I'll give them credit for that. That was in zone. But for the most part, that was a dominating performance, and it was tied to man. Now, I will also give you one more stat. Yards per play allowed in man coverage against the Commanders, 2.9.
I'm sorry, what?
2.9. Only 3
Is
yards.
that your interest rate?
I wish.
Yeah, me too. Jeez.
In this economy?
Absolutely.
I'm
take that all day.
All day, all the live
My
long
pockets
day.
would be so better, so much better.
Only 3 yards allowed per play in
Get to
man
say more
coverage
of my
against the
$12
Commanders versus, would you like to guess what yards per play were in zone coverage against the Commanders?
I don't know, maybe 11?
Close. What do you got? Yards per play allowed in zone coverage against the Commanders.
Oh, 17.
Too high.
It was 13,
Or
right?
16.9.
No, it was 9.
9.
8.7 to be specific. So what I'm saying is this is almost a 6-yard difference. You allowed 6 fewer yards per play when you were in man coverage. You ran man coverage 48% of the time. And
that was in a poor performance.
That was in a poor
on the offensive side from Washington.
Yep.
So take that number across the entire season, and I guarantee it's much higher than that.
The added beauty of this is, and this is also something I mentioned in Science Lab, is we are not saying, and I don't want to speak for everyone, but by all means,
do it.
We are not saying we want the Cowboys to run man coverage 100% of the time.
Nope.
No. That's not what we're saying. It's also not realistic.
Nope.
Okay. What we're saying is we didn't want you to run zone coverage 100% of the time.
Yes.
But that's not simply because your personnel is designed for man and man press, but it's also because it goes to predictability.
Yep.
You were not giving opposing offenses much to scheme against because they knew that when they came in, you were a zone team and that's it. We don't have to prepare for man. Now, if you're keeping this at 48, 49, maybe you tap that's around 50-50 between zone and man. Now they got to work. Now they got to guess. Now they got to try to figure it out. What's up?
Was that Dallas's best pass rush game?
I'd say it would definitely be the Jets for sure.
Okay.
I'd say the Jets.
But it would be the best one against a formidable opponent. I would contend.
It was their best coverage game.
That's definitely true.
So coverage helped the pass rush.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Coverage can generate pass rush, just as pass rush can help coverage. You just can't be bad at both things.
I like those numbers.
Just can't be bad at both things.
3/4 of the Giants game against the Broncos, in which they caused a lot of problems. What coverage were they playing again?
They were playing man.
Playing man. And when they opted to play zone,
they put up 33 points.
They got taken to the back.
Yeah.
So they got their tushy spanked.
So you're saying that the Cowboys should continue.
That is what I'm saying, my friend.
I don't know if you're in.
That is what I am saying it directly.
Okay.
I'm so happy to.
That's what the numbers say.
That is what the numbers say.
The aftermath, if you will.
The science.
Eminem.
Math. No Dre and M though.
No.
K-Dot. So, yeah, that is this week's episode of Lab Coat. Make sure you check out Science Lab.
Where can they find it at?
DallasCowboys.com. It'll be up and live this morning. And it goes from week 3, week 5. It shows a lot of different deep dive and everything. It's just a good read. I think it's a good read. I think it's a good read. I always pour my soul into those science. And so thank you for reading, ladies and gentlemen.
I will say, if you read Science Lab, there is no other human being in the world that can write like that. It is so very Patrik. I will say. Like, seriously, I don't think anybody else has a column quite like that. So, shouts to Patrik. It's really it's a fun read, and all the references that he throws in there, it's fun.
It is a fun read, and it was.
I feel like Captain America. Like, I understood that reference.
Analytics matter, people. Go open it up. Okay,
but they only not going to say this.
Click
They matter
and share.
more when you can make them relatable and digestible.
Yeah,
that's the purpose of Science Lab, is to give you the hard data.
Yeah.
But to give you the ice cream with the medicine.
Can they share that link on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can take that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They can read it.
That's the thing.
And then pick it up,
drop it down,
share.
tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Get you some.
And on that.
This has just been a show of promotion,
Right.
is what it ends up becoming. But no, it's a great article, and I
What do
love
you mean,
looking
dude?
across. New era. I love looking across the bullpen that we've got with all of our cubicles, and I just see you like diving in on film and analytics and all sorts of stuff. Patrik,
He's got his beakers and potions.
Yeah.
No, he's right. 2 months.
Earthen jars.
Like a bunch of like numbers and stats.
Yeah.
And I
like
don't know,
that?
man. Sometimes I like it. When it's time for Science Lab specifically, I just go, and I mean this compliment, I just go full Raymond.
I'm like trying to tell Patrik something. I'm like, Patrik.
No.
And he just doesn't budge.
His desk.
Patrick.
I got the earbuds in, and it's just like it's me, and it's the data, and
His desk is stacked with earthen jars where it has like, bits of the field in it, and he's examining.
Hey, shouts out to Pete. Pete said
that one meme with the guy with the goggles, like doing the. You know what I'm talking about? That's Patrik.
Pete in the chat said when it comes to media, no C is man coverage. I am man coverage.
right.
Hey.
I'm getting up on the line of scrimmage.
Right.
I am not backing off. I'm not playing zone.
Only 48% of the time.
No, I'm playing man. What 100%?
We don't want it 100% of the time.
We don't want them to do it 100% of the time. But when it comes to getting this science out, I ain't running zone coverage. I'm pressing the data at the line of scrimmage. That's
right.
I need that.
Needs that.
I love it. All right, tomorrow, Say It With Your Chest Friday, we'll give our pick'ems. We'll
And the Superman on the roofs. I'm done.
Oh, no. Beginning and ending with draws at the end of the day.
Green guy over here.
You're right. I had a
froggy.
There was a radio show in a student radio station that was called that. So.
Oh, my God. Kyle and Captain Underpants stance.
Instead of call, it's draws.
Draws.
Oh, my God.
That's going to do it for us here on Talking Cowboys. For Patrik No.C. Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Crispy in the back, Kyle Youmans, and Nate Newton.
Large Nathaniel is shown.
As what are you doing?
I just want a defensive tackle with the 2 picks.
Okay. Trade for a defensive tackle. For everybody involved with Talking Cowboys, we'll see you tomorrow with a Say It With Your Chest Friday. Nate's doing it in the window. There you go.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?